So video I mentioned earlier, videos have been in high demand for the past 2 or 3 years too on the website. Like I said, if we look at our log files, we notice that people who've looked at videos have also looked at more pages than others. They've been more engaged, in other terms. They've been more interested. So the issue was, how do we integrate videos in such a way that we can easily and cost-effectively and time-effectively roll them out to local markets? So the idea was to separate the presentation layer, the area where the messaging happens, where the controls happen, the calls to action happen, separate that from the presentation, separate the video file from the audio file. That way we're able, through a simple XML translation, to either provide this video completely localized with closed captioning, or for markets that really want to have a high touch to this video, for instance, to extract the audio file, re-record it in the local language, and reinsert it. More of the same. As I mentioned, we are now in 24 countries with a specific mobile website optimized for the small screen. So blogs, again, separation between the setup, between the brand, between the shrink wrap approach to the blog, to the actual operation of the content, which needs to be local. So I feel that in the next fiscal year, I'm going to be looking at Twitter and Facebook and blogs and see are there things in that new environment that we could essentially provide to the countries through translation. So I'm interested in your real-time translation, where data availability, quickly, timely, is more important than actual accuracy. We use machine translation. It just depends where. We have to be sensitive to the content, to the audience, to the context of what we translate. For instance, for tech support where helping our customers troubleshoot, fix a problem, avoid a security risk to their enterprise network is more important than spelling or grammatical accuracy and things like that. It's more important to have the message in front of them in the local language in the most effective manner. So I think it depends what we are dealing with. So again, more of the same, social media, very, very high demand, and really nurtures visitors to the website. Click-to-chat is a big driver for the lead conversion mechanism to convert visitors to the website clearly in terms of A and B leads to our sales force. And we also have ways to do some geo-targeting to figure out when visitors actually land on the Cisco.com US website for fairly deep content, but we know based on IP address where they are located, and we can make offers that are in the local language, or sometimes in both languages, English and Chinese, in this case China, I believe. Again, with the principle of being relevant and being sensitive to people based on who they are and where they are. So we started a long time ago, and when we started in, I think, 2003, in fact, by 2005, we started shaping that strategy, that global strategy, trying to understand what it meant to support a brand and at the same time be sensitive and reactive to the local flavor, the local necessity of converting and selling locally. In 2007, we had about 70 country websites. We launched the program One Voice Web that year. It was at the time about 35 pages. that we started publishing from India. In FY08, 80 countries, 35 languages. I let you read. The program One Voice Web grows to about 50 pages. We start launching our mobile websites. I think we started the first 8, started that year. And we started also providing consistent web metrics across the board. So we could actually measure adequately between unique visitors in multiple locales and having one set of definition of what we measure on our websites.
I was looking to understand how we measure the mobile website visits as well and correlate that to actual website visits. So is it the same measurement patterns?
Oh, so two things. We can measure visits and patterns and page views and unique visitors on the mobile website like we do on the traditional website. Yes. And then we can also measure the connection between the mobile website and the traditional website. So how many visits did it convert to the other website? So we can do both. So this year, I think, has been a milestone in terms of bringing together the various elements of what it takes to bring a brand to 85 countries in many languages, which is having a better control over the cost and efficiencies around publishing, around localizing content, around enabling a meaningful dialogue between our country sales leaders and ourselves, and figuring out exactly where does that line reside between centralizing things and distributing responsibilities. And what we'll see in FY11 is actually a lot more of the same. We're just going to hunker down. I don't foresee a huge expansion in more countries or more languages. We're going to hunker down. We're going to seek better efficiencies, optimization of our resources, focus on metrics, better understand our conversion metrics beyond the website. Internally, we want to understand better how we do on Google and Yahoo.com, how this converts into behaviors on Cisco.com, and how that, in turn, converts into leads and sales, eventually. So we look at that much more closely in FY11. And I think that's all I wanted to share with you today.